Hi guys, welcome. Today we're going to talk about how sensitive people can benefit through plant healing. So yesterday I had one of those unexpected, meaningful moments. I was sitting in a cafe minding my own business, probably thinking about plants as usual, when I met a young woman who was curious about plant healing. She started asking questions to me and I could see that spark in her eyes. You know that look, the one that says, I feel drawn to this but I don't fully understand it as yet. I explained to her how plant healing can support emotional healing, energy healing, grounding, and even inner child healing. And honestly, that made me really happy. I love it when people ask questions. It tells me that they care about their growth. It tells me that they're listening to themselves. And also, let's be honest, it reassures me that I'm not the only person in the world who thinks that plants are magical. By the way, what do you think about plants? Do you think they're magical? So, when I first started exploring healing spaces, I remember asking some healers a lot of questions. And let's just say not all of them were thrilled about my inquisitiveness. Some looked at me like I had just questioned their entire existence. So I made myself a promise that if I ever offered healing work, I would always allow people to ask as many questions as they wanted. Because curiosity is not disrespect. Curiosity is self-respect, and we must remember that. Now, the question that made me pause when this woman was asking me something very simple was that when she said, do I have to do something specific to receive plant healing? As in, does she have to do something specific? And I paused. Not because it was a bad question, because it never occurred to me that plant healing might sound so intensive and exhausting to others. Like, she meant, does she need preparation? Does she need homework? Does she need to meditate? Does she need to remember how many plants she said hi to when she was a kid? Well, the answer is no. And that moment showed me that the gap in how people understand plant healing. So let me explain how plant healing works. There are many types of plant healing, but the one I work with is plant Reiki and tree Reiki. Reiki supports emotional and energy healing. It comes from source energy, which means there's no shortage, no scarcity, no competition. Plant healing works in a similar way. The energy comes from plant spirit guides supported by Reiki symbols. I use specific symbols connected to my plant guides. The energy flows through me into my palms and to the client's higher self. And the higher self sends it exactly where it's needed. Whether it's to the organs, the energy centers, the inner child, in perfect timing, perfect space, perfect way. We don't have to force anything. Plants also are not demanding. They're very patient teachers. And if the idea of plant spirit guides feels new to you, that's okay. Spirit guides are light-based beings assigned to support us. They guide us through different phases of life. They help us heal, learn, and sometimes just stay sane. They're not here to judge us. They're not here to walk with us, but they're definitely here to help us walk on our path. And yes, they can come through plants. When life feels heavy, let's be honest, life can be chaotic, messy, confusing, demanding, painful. But with plants, life can become earthy, grounded, protective, healing, loving. Plants don't rush us. They do not tell us to just get over it. They stay. So how has my personal healing been with plant guides, right? So I have healed deep emotional wounds with the support of Juniper, my tree guide. Juniper supported me and still supports me through experiences related to mental health, hospitalization, medical emergencies, and discrimination. These are not just light experiences, they carry layers of traumatic emotions. Juniper helped me heal in a way that was first slightly confusing, but then I realized soon that it was gentle, deeply protective, and extremely soothing. We learned together. And that's why plants heal us differently. They heal us quietly. They don't judge, they don't discriminate, they don't place labels upon us. Sometimes I wonder what trees would think if they could just hear human judgments. I suspect they would just keep growing anyway. Now, working with plant healing is a bit like bonding with a loyal dog. At first, you build trust, and then one day they become your companion. They listen, they comfort us, they protect us, they heal us. And yes, every human can have plant guides. The only requirement is self-belief. Now, if you are a sensitive person or empathetic person who loves plants and is deeply connected to nature, this invitation is for you. Sensitive people carry emotional and energetic wounds simply because they feel more. Plants understand this. They do not need to be human to understand humanity. They're mystical, they're real, just like you. And if this is you, if you are someone who feels overwhelmed, emotionally tangled, unsure how to regulate your sensitivity, or you crave grounded companionship, I would like to say that there are plant guides who are waiting to support you. Also, who am I? Right? I've been speaking for a while now, so let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Pranita Rao. I am a former dentist, published science author, intuitive abstract artist, angelic medium, and a Reiki practitioner. I feel, sense, and work with plants and angels who move through the plant realm. Plants have been my guides for years. Today, I help sensitive people reconnect with their gifts and their plant allies. I also offer healing sessions through my guide Juniper, who helps heal emotional and physical health issues of individuals who have gone through intense trauma or intense pain in their lives. And he's really good at it because he can shield people with his soothing energies and heal them at a soul level. And he actually works like a dog, like a golden retriever, always bright and sunny, very friendly, very warm, extremely loyal, but also extremely effective. And I find that whenever there are resistant problems that people go through, for example, I had a resistant healing problem, a healing crisis of sort, wherein I was not healing from my wounds related to my mental health challenges. And I had tried different things before, different types of Reiki as well, and nothing was quite working out for me. But then when Juniper came into my life, and I asked Juniper if he could heal me for my mental health issues, which were actually not mental health issues. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was in my early 20s, but now I know I was just psychic. I did not know back then. Which is why I do all this work to raise awareness about high sensitivity, about spirituality, and just being a unique being with unique gifts, because we can go down routes that are not real for us and believe altered realities that might seem very real. For example, in my case, I believed that I had a mental health issue when I was just gifted and didn't know about my gifts. And for 10 years and more, I struggled and was extremely challenged with my emotional well-being. Anyway, the point being, Juniper began healing me for my trauma, and it started working for me. And then I asked Juniper if he could heal me for my wounds related to social life. I've had a rough social life wherein there were a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of ghosting, and a lot of trauma involved. And again, I have done a lot of healing work for my social life, whether it's affirmations or Reiki or angelic healing, and things have worked, but I wouldn't say that I was fully able to heal from those wounds because they were very resistant, very deep-seated. But when Juniper healed me, he healed me from my soul, through my soul, and healed my soul wounds, and that worked for me. And I feel as though I am less bothered now by what people think about me, especially in the social sphere. And I allow myself to be friendly and social, but don't really get attached too quickly, or sort of give my heart away too quickly. And of course, I embrace the plant world as a social element in my life, and juniper is one of my best friends, and I have another tree guide, a neem tree, where I stay, whose name is Mr. Burke, and he's another best friend of mine. And when you would start to learn about plants and trees and actually speak with them and have like a conversation with them, touch them, stroke them, you realize that they respond back. They're not just stationary, and when they do respond back, you realize that they respond back to a state of energy and emotions and a state of being and towards our situation. So it's not just them responding back quite vaguely. There have been days where I've had absolutely miserable, horrendous experiences, and I would just go to Mr. Burke or Juniper. I'd be like, this is happening, I don't know what to do, can you just come and do something? And they would like protect me and do their best to support me energetically. Of course, plants are not humans, trees are not humans, so they're limited to the support that they can give us. But I find that sometimes plants and trees can do a better job at protecting human beings than humans can. And the reason for that is because their perception is very different, and they're very protective in ways I don't think humans have developed that protective layer towards other human beings. I think plants and trees have, and it's so beautiful, because we have, and I include myself in that umbrella, we have sort of disregarded the whole nature for such a long time. And when I go close to these beings, when they respond back with so much compassion and protection and love and care for a human being, who for majority of my life I was not really into plants or trees and never thought it would be a thing for me, and now that it is, I feel so guilty. A part of me feels almost embarrassed that I did not have a connection with them before. But it's never too late, and I know that I have my entire life waiting for me to build more tree friends, connections with tree friends, and I can't wait for that to happen. And I hope that after listening to this video, you develop some really strong connection with your tree and plant friends, and hopefully your tree and plant guides. And of course, if you are somebody who's going through an emotional health issue, a mental health issue, a physical health issue, even an energetic health issue, by which I mean if you have problems with vampire energies, if you find that because you're sensitive, which is not a bad thing, but because we're sensitive, and I include myself in that umbrella, we have a porous aura, a porous energetic field, so it's very easy for external influences to come inside our energy field and sort of take our energy, and that can make us feel dizzy, confused, overwhelmed, fearful, sleepy, hungry, nauseous, almost as though we want to like just take the day off, go back home and sleep. Have you been there in such a situation? Because I have. And yesterday I was talking to another sensitive person, and she said that she has also been in such a situation before, and she was asking me for tips as to what you could do. And one of the best ways to guard your energy is go close to a tree, go close to a plant, and literally hug the tree or a plant, or hold on to a leaf or touch the bark, because you immediately feel your energy coming back to you. But because we are sensitive, we can absorb a lot of toxic, negative energy and make it our own and develop energetic health issues as well. and that could lead to severe cognitive, physical, emotional health issues. And tree healing, tree Reiki or plant Reiki, or Reiki with juniper, my plant guide, helps heal physical, emotional, and energetic health issues, and also soul level health issues and issues, or traumas, or past traumas. So if you're interested, and if this message resonates with you and you feel guided, because again, sensitive people are highly intuitive, so if your intuition tells you that you need to get tree healing from juniper, don't disregard it. You might be in need for it. And if you feel like you'd like to know about your plant allies or tree allies, you're welcome to book a clarity call with me. The link for it is in the description. And if you would like to receive tree Reiki or plant Reiki, you're welcome to book a clarity call with me. The link for that again is in the description. The price for the clarity call is $7. You're free to pay me after the call once you're assured that you've got full value of it, and I know that you would. But in any case you feel that, no Pranita, I don't think the call resonated with me, you're free to not pay for it. But I would like to encourage you to invest in your education if you're a plant empath especially, by which I mean you can also sense, feel, understand and speak to plants quite naturally, or with a little bit of effort, even with a lot of effort. Doesn't matter. If you speak plants, you're a plant empath, most probably. And you should, I encourage you to develop your skills further in learning to communicate with plants and trees, receiving from them, because my friend, they can help us in dire situations. And I don't say that with a hint of lightness, but a lot of weight. There have been nights where I've woken up surrounded by toxic vampire energy, because I'm highly sensitive, so I'm prone to a lot of vampire energies, and I happened to call upon my tree guides and they were quickly able to protect me. So these are some things your plant and tree allies can do even if they are not physically present with you. So I would encourage you to read more about the plants and trees that you feel attracted to, because there would be a reason for that. And to go out in the nature and explore your connection and reflect on what I've shared today, and see if that resonates with you while you're with a plant and a tree, and discuss your thoughts that you've gathered today with a plant and a tree, and see what response you'd get. I am sure it would be very exciting, and I would love to know about what your tree friends and plant friends tell you in response. Please do drop their message in the comment section below. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed learning in this video. Please feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Every single subscriber, every single subscriber count, and like and share and comment, the channel only grows further and goes to different cities and countries in the world, and the attempt is to make it as popular as possible, so that education about spirituality, angels, art, Reiki, high sensitivity and sensitivity becomes widely available globally. And I would love for you to support me in my initiative. Thank you, and I hope you have a green day today. Bye.